Okay, let's try this again, doing part 2 of February. Not sure where my chat went. Oh, I found it. This is all new to me. When I used to do YouTube, started out in 2006, my first videos, and back then there was just a handful of us just making videos and uploading them to each other. And now it's like become a huge business for some people. Then when Google bought it, we had the Hangouts, and we would have a ton of people in the Hangouts. I forget how many they'd allow in there at a time. I'm thinking at least 10. And then evidently they've stopped doing that sometime while I was gone from YouTube. And so now I'm back and having to learn all this all over again. But hang in there with me. I'll figure it out, and hopefully I'll be able to start producing some cool videos eventually. Got this shirt back here from, I won it on Dee's site, Flippin' Particles. She has a show usually Monday through Friday at noon. So go check that out, noon Eastern time. Anyways, let's get on with this. I have a Cincinnati Reds World Championship. It's from 1975, and it has autographs. They're not real autographs. Of course, they're just cast in the aluminum. I believe this was aluminum anyway. It looked to me like a big ashtray. It does have a thing on the back to hang it on a wall. And there was a box with it. And I included the box with it. I was surprised that it sold. I just threw a crazy price on it. And I was thinking, you know, will it sell? I don't know. But yeah, it did. So I was pretty excited about it selling for $46. I only paid $3 for it at the auction. Oh, let's see. I got people in here. Let's see. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Harry. Let's see. More income. Mary's back. Jennifer Hayes is back. Wow, you guys are watching me. Hi to all of you. I appreciate you guys taking time to watch my video. Let's see. Let's get on with that's next. Next is a vintage Elgin 10-karat gold-filled ladies' watch. This watch didn't run, but with these gold-filled watches, that really doesn't matter. I mean, you can still sell them. If they did run, you get a lot more. I like to take them apart because my grandpa was a jeweler, and when I was a little kid, he showed me how to take watches apart. And this one winds. I had to, it was overwound, so I went in and I released the mainspring on it and then wound it so I was sure it wound. But I did sell it as needing repaired. There's a picture of the inside. It says 10-karat gold filled. Has the serial number on it. You always want to have the picture of the band, the front, the back. Sometimes I polish these, but I don't like polishing the older ones because they're just kind of fragile sometimes. So that one sold for $24 with free shipping. Let's see. Oh, I figured that one out. Maureen says, we appreciate you sharing your sales. Oh, you're welcome. This is something that a lot of us OG YouTubers have done for a long time. We just like to. It was a small community back years ago, and you know, it was just like it was all helping each other out with you know, showing what was selling, helping each other try to find stuff to sell. And now that's called bolos, but back then it was just, hey, look for these things when you're out, you know, and about. I see Larry's in here. Hi, Larry. I've been on Larry's channel a few times, or once, at least once. Let's see. It's kind of hard for me to follow the chat, so if I miss something, just put it back in again. I'm not used to doing these live shows. Usually, I grew up doing just videos and talking to myself. Okay, let's see. Next, this is a Sony CD Walkman Remote. it goes to I assume a CD player. The connector on it is kind of specific to whatever one that goes to. But once again, I found this when I was cleaning some stuff out somewhere in the garage, and a lot of times the auction house, he'll save all the scrap for me, and that's part of the deal of me helping him set up every other Thursday. Excuse me. And so he'll throw all these wires. He'll get like these when to clean out storage units, you find just piles of wire, all kinds of stuff wired together, phone cords and chargers and stereo wires. He don't like to sort that stuff out because it doesn't really sell for anything and it's not worth his time. So he throws that all in a box. And this is one of the things that came out of that at one time. And when I sorted all the wires, because I scrapped, so I put all the wires that are scrap in one pile and stuff like this goes in another pile, and eventually I get to it. So I tested it out. I actually had a CD player that it worked with, and it worked. So listed it, sold for $14. Here's at our auction every other Thursday, we have like beer flats, I guess you call them. They're just flat cardboard trays, and they just throw like all kinds of mix of stuff in them. We do have trays in display case that have jewelry in them. This was out of one of those lots. They'll just the person that sets up the small stuff up front, when they set up the jewelry, they just put a whole bunch of stuff, that looks nice to fill a tray. And so you're kind of getting a potluck. You never know what's going to be in there. So I'll put it on the camera and at the auction house when we sell it. And then you bid on it. Well, this was in one of the lots I got. It was just a big pile of stuff. And luckily, I was able to find both cufflinks and the tie bar. And these are Swank, which is an older company it's always one I look for when I'm sorting through jewelry. So I like that. That was pretty cool. It sold for $18 with free shipping. And I just put these, I got a whole bunch of these little paper or cardboard jewelry boxes that kind of like your earrings or something would come in. I got them at the salvage place, and I got like a whole pile of them, a whole box of them. And so when I sell stuff like this, I'll stick some cotton in the box, and I'll stick these in and put a top on it. And I just put it in a padded envelope, and it arrives just fine. Plus, they get the little box to keep it in. Let's see what's next. Sega. This was something I found. Or no, I didn't find this. This was in a lot of stuff that I got at auction. It was when I bought all those Sega games. I don't know if I did that video or not, but there was a ton of Sega games. They were on some of my other sold videos. Some of the ones I sold, Contra, I think went for like $90, and that paid for the whole lot. And I still have the system and a bunch of other games. But yeah, this was in there with that. Had the instructions with it. And that sold for $34 with free shipping. This was something else I got at auction. They cleaned out a storage unit, and they had a bunch of new old stock Mary Kay stuff. And I bought, I don't know, it was like probably half a tote full of the stuff. I just bought some more of it at an auction a while back. But this one sold for $24 with free shipping. It was still sealed and everything. I think whoever had the storage unit was a Mary Kay representative at one time. So most of the stuff is, well, some of the stuff don't really go out of date. I mean, like this next item, Mary Kay soap. I mean, soap doesn't really go out of date. So that bar of soap sold for $19.99 with free shipping. Had its own box with it. Let me check the chat now. Oh, Susan. Hi, Susan. Thank you for coming and checking out the video. Old School Pickers here. Hello. There we go. I'm still learning how to use those. I did see this. I seen this thing I tried out. there's a lot of neat stuff in the StreamYard, but to utilize all of the neat things that they have in it, you have to have subscription, and I don't really have that in my budget right now, so I'm just going to use my free time I have that they give you. They give you 20 free hours for signing up. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, this thing was funny. This was something I actually found when I was cleaning out this office. It might be in one of my office clean out videos. I still need to finish getting some of the stuff out of here. I'm still working on that video of the finishing up this, but I got my computer set up in here now. I got my monitor set up, so I'll put all that in a video here pretty soon, and then you guys can see that. This thing makes a wobbly, I don't know, weird sound when you shake it, and I use this program PhotoFuse. Let me see if I can do this without crashing and everything. This is a program called PhotoFuse. It's online. You just go to photofuse.com, and so you can take a picture like it shows here, and you can go in there and remove the background. It's kind of like the background burner on on Bonanza, but Bonanza is free. This one, you have to upload your pictures, then you background burn it, then you got to download it, and it's a whole big deal. So, but you know, I like to do at least the first. I like to do at least the first picture, if not first and second, just because it gives it a nice clean look. I mean, that's, you know, that looks pretty professional now, but it almost looks like a cartoon, really. Well, I was talking to myself. Mary said if I'm not having guests, just to stream through YouTube. I tried to go through, just stream through YouTube, but it kept telling me I needed to enter my code or something into my streaming program in order to have it broadcast, and I don't have a streaming program. I tried downloading OSB, and it took the code, but it just put like place cards on my channel saying that I was gonna go live or something, but I don't know. I couldn't figure it out, and I really don't have time right now to mess with it. So, anyways, this guy was in a box of stuff. I have no idea where I got him. Probably Goodwill or Salvation Army years ago, and he was in a tote that was here in the office, and he sold for $24, shipped first class. Here is a Disney Heffalump that was also in the office in a box of in here in a tote full of stuffed animals. I might have shown this stuffed animal tote, but yeah, I just sat down and listed like half the stuffed animals. I just throw these things in the ones that are just plush with no wires or anything in them. I just throw them straight into the washer and clean them real good in there. So I don't like to sell plush unless I wash it, just because I have kids and I wouldn't want my kids playing with, you know, something that was, who knows where it came from. All right. Oh, this is something else I got out of a lot of jewelry from auction. This is really pretty. It's what this stuff is made out of is butterfly wings, and I don't know how they do it. Let me show you the back here. I don't know if they just glue it on there or if it's got like a layer between it. But in my research, because I thought that was really cool being iridescent like that, I found out that stuff's actually butterfly wings. And when you look at it under if you use like a loop, or, well, I guess you can probably see it here blown up, the texture and the detail in it, you can see the lines from the actual butterfly wings. But that was really cool. Now this one, when I got it, this is a sweater clip, I believe. And when I got this, one of these clips back here was bent. So I straightened it out so that it would clip. You always want those to pinch real good when they close. So yeah, I cleaned it up and straightened it up and got $29 for it. It was free shipping. These was a heck of a good buy. And when I have something that I have, like, I think there was 6 of these altogether. Yeah, there were 6 of these. They sold them all in a lot for $3 at auction. And as you can see, I sold these $28 a piece. I've sold 2 of them so far, so I have 4 left. But I have this this discount thing set up here. It's something that you've probably seen when you've done a listing, where you can offer a discount if they buy more than one. So I think that led this person to buy 2 from me. So they got a, if you buy 1, you get 5% off, or 2, if you buy 1 and buy another one, you get 5% off. If you buy 3, you get 10% off. If you buy more than 3, you get 15% off. So I usually just set up the 1%, the 5% off. But since I had a lot of these, I went ahead and set it up to 15% off. So it looks cool, save 15%, but the person that bought this bought 2, so they actually only save 5% off the second one. But still, you know, it's something. And yeah, so I gave $3 for all 6 of these at auction, and I'm already way into profit on those. They're brand new. There's some kind of fire strobe light thing. I think like you have in a building, office building or a school or something. But yeah, that was pretty nice to find. Nobody bid against me on them. I bid $3 and nobody else was interested. I think because most people just didn't know what they were or how to use them. This I found when I was cleaning out part of the hoard out there. I found a whole box that had a bunch of action figures in it, and most of them still out there. I just pulled out a couple of them. This was one of the ones I pulled out. The other one I already sold too that I pulled out, so I probably should get some more out of there. I forget what the other ones were, but this one, Matrix. This is Trinity from Matrix action figure, 1990 from 1999. This one sold for $24, free shipping. And the last thing I have is half a bottle of Chanel. This was when I bought this house for my well, this is the garage, but when I bought the property from my dad's estate, my grandma this had been my grandparents' house, and I grew up here. So when I bought the house, my grandma's stuff was still, a lot of it still here. I cleaned out the bathroom and I put all that stuff in a box. So that box was one of the boxes I found in this office when I was cleaning this out. And I must have packed that stuff up back in, I don't know, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. Well, this was something my grandma had in her bathroom. And when I smelled it, it reminded me of her because she would wear this Chanel number 5 on occasion. And so it was, you know, I thought, you know, that's kind of neat smelling it and being reminded of you know, her coming to see me at my mom and dad's house and coming over to see her. And she'd wear it when we went to church. She would wear this too. So it just kind of brought back a bunch of memories. When I was testing it, I took this apart. It's actually comes like this, and that's what it looks like with the cap on. But when I took it apart to take the picture, I accidentally sprayed my pant leg with it, so I smelled like Chanel for the rest of the day. But it wasn't too bad. So anyways, this is something, you know, I mean, when you go to sales, rummage sales, what am I thinking? Estate sales especially. Look in the bathrooms. People always say, look in the bathrooms. I always have checked the bathrooms out because that's where, you know, some good stuff is. And so this sold for $29 with free shipping. It was about halfway full. And, you know, I mean, for perfume that was probably 30, 40 years old, I'm sure that was pretty good to get $30 for it. Also, this always has to be shipped ground. Perfume is flammable and can't be shipped first class. All right, well, that was all I had for February that was really worth showing. I mean, I had a whole bunch of Mary Kay stuff, but, you know, we don't want to sit here and keep looking through all that. I appreciate all of you watching me, and I'll try to get another video up. I've tried to get the video up of finishing this office pretty soon. I still need to repaint the walls. I think I'm going to go with green because I see that a lot of these broadcast things allow you to do green screen, and I was going to paint it green originally. The outside part, the big room out there is painted green, but I think I'll probably paint it green in here. Probably look like Lonnie's on Garage Flips, that color green. At least the back wall behind me. I don't know if I want the wall I'm facing all the time that bright green though. All right, well, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm sure somebody else is probably live right now, so I'm gonna go find somebody else's live broadcast to watch while I start listing this stuff here. It's a whole bunch of well, there's some what do you call it? The furnace heating HVAC type stuff up here. And then these are a whole bunch of projector bulbs and different types of old vintage bulbs. I got that stuff all at auction for I think $3 or $5. So I'm gonna get that listed. And oh, there's something. This is something pretty I found when I was cleaning out this desk. I haven't got all of it cleaned out yet, but I forgot I had that. And this was something I bought back in the 90s, I would assume, because it had a big auction sticker on it. But I don't know. It's handmade glass, but it's not got a signature, so I don't know who made it. I'm gonna go ahead and take off now. Thanks again for watching, and tell all your friends. Tonight, I should be on. I think it's tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. I think I'll be on with Kevin on a thrifting lounge. I think that's tonight. All right, you guys have a great day, and I appreciate you.